Hey guys and dolls! So as a lot of you commented on my Sigma brush review video, yes, I have changed my hair. Thank you so much for noticing and complimenting it. It really means a lot to me. It was a big decision to change it so dramatically. If you want to know what I used on my hair, I'm not going to list it all here because it's a lot to list, so go check out my blog. I'll just include that with the blog post for this video. It's also that you can get at local beauty supplies, but it isn't something you can get at like Long's or something. Do Long's even exist anymore? Anyway, so a lot of you have been requesting that I do a video that is kind of along the lines of makeup that doesn't look like makeup, or a natural look or beauty look, something that you could wear to school or work. This is a very, very neutral look. I didn't use eyeliner, I didn't fill in my brows, which you can tell because they totally don't match my hair now, because I went from being like a dark blonde to brunette, I guess. So yeah, this is definitely a very neutral look. I used a lot of high-end products in this, and I apologize for that. I know, a lot of you are teenagers and you're on a budget. Even if you're, 30, you might be on a budget. But that's honestly what I use, and I tried to give alternatives where it was applicable. And some of the stuff I used isn't really all that expensive, but there are a couple of things that I really think it's worth spending the extra money for, and that is the eyeshadow base, either the Urban Decay Primer Potion or MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This prevents creasings and it creates a base for your eyeshadows, and it just creates a nice finish, and I really haven't found anything inexpensive that does the same job as either of these products. The other number one thing probably to really spend your money on, and that is good foundation or good face powder. Now, if you have dry skin, you might want to try using a liquid foundation like this one from Revlon. It's actually intended for dry skin. For me personally, for the summertime, liquid foundation is too heavy, but I wear this every single day. It provides kind of light to medium coverage, completely evens out my skin tone. In a few seconds here, you're going to see what I look like without makeup on, and it is a scary sight. And all I have on is moisturizer and this, and, blush, but that's it. And it makes my skin tone totally evened out, and it has a very natural finish to it. So if you are going to splurge on something, I would say let it be your face powder. And check out my blog for information about my hair, a full list of everything that I used, and links in the sidebar. Alright, I love you guys. Bye. Hey guys and dolls. So I started off my whole quick makeup thing here with my favorite eye cream. It's Fast Response Eye Cream from MAC. It just kind of smooths out my under eye and makes it easier for me to apply makeup to that area of my face. This is kind of pricey, so if you're, a teenage girl on a budget, you might not even need this, but I am going to be 24 in a couple weeks, so I need to start, making sure I put eye cream on every day. And then I applied a moisturizer. Today I used the MAC Prep and Prime SPF 50. This is a really fantastic primer and moisturizer in one. It's kind of lacking in antioxidants when you consider the price. It's like $30, but the formula is really, really elegant, and it helps your makeup go on really, really well. Another one that's really great if you are on a budget, this is the Neutrogena Sheer Touch, let's see, it's called Neutrogena Sheer Dry Touch Sunblock SPF 50 with Helioplex. This is a relatively inexpensive sunscreen that's also, works really good as a moisturizer because it actually has a fair amount of skin communicating ingredients and antioxidants in it. It doesn't have as elegant of a formula as the MAC one, but in this instance you kind of get what you pay for. There's a $20 price difference between these two products. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my hair back. Okay, so pretty much on a day-to-day basis, this is what I do. I don't normally wear heavy foundation. I normally just wear the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in light. If you're on a budget, you can use an inexpensive powder if you want. Honestly, if you're a teenager, you might not even need this step. But for me, it just helps to even out my skin tone. As I mentioned, I'm 24, or I'm almost 24. And, I've got some unevenness around my eyes, around my nose, I've got some redness on my cheeks, and I just want to even that all out, but I don't want to completely mask my skin. So I'm just going to take some of that with a Kabuki. This is the Sigma SS182. And I'm just going to buff that on all over my face. Not a whole lot, but honestly, the formula of this powder is so fantastic that it's really hard to apply too much. So I'm just going to do that all over. And you can see how it's already starting to even me out. I go over my lids just once with it. Okay, so we've taken care of our skincare, we've evened out our skin tone. I'm going to put on a lip sunscreen. You have a lot of different options. Here's one from Lip Smackers. They had this over the summer. I don't know if this is something that they sell year-round, but this is Cool Strawberry Orange SPF 24 Lip Balm. And then this is my favorite lip balm. This is a Tender Tone from MAC. So if you're a teen on a budget, I would definitely recommend, you know, just getting like the Lip Smackers lip balm if they're still available. But if you kind of want something a little bit more elegant and you've, you know, got the cash to blow on it, MAC does these tender tones that are absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, they didn't do them this year. They did like something called Sun Tints. These are available now only at CCOs, and also there's a website that I trust for these, and it's called alluringgirl.com. I'll put a link in the sidebar for you guys. So I'm just going to take some of my Tender Tone and a brush and put it on. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to apply a primer or a base to my eyelids. I always recommend using a primer because it, you know, even if you're not even going to wear eyeshadow, it helps to prevent your eyelids from looking oily or anything. And in my case, I have eyelids that are very uneven, they're very veiny, and they've got freckles on them, and I just want to cover all that up. So what I recommend is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is really good because it works for all different skin types, all different skin tones. It's just a really, really good product. I'm actually out. I'm just keeping this around for reference and to keep reminding myself that I need to buy a full-size one again because I've been just surviving on this for a long time. What I'm going to use is MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. I just dip my finger in it and apply it with my ring finger to my lid. I only try to dip it in just once so I'm not applying too much product. And just rub it all over. Some of the MAC paint pots actually kind of crease a little bit, but this one's a cream one and I haven't noticed any creasing with it. And it's really great for just evening out the skin tone. It almost works like a concealer, but then it has the added benefit of no creasing. Now for this next step I'm going to do, you could use any kind of light skin tone color. I'm going to use Max Blanc Type, but you could also use, this is a sample I got from Beauty from the Earth. It's Mocha Light. It's very, very similar to this. Just the MAC one is easier because I don't have to unscrew the cap. So I'm just applying that in a big sweeping motion all over the lid with my Sigma SS224 brush. You could also use your face powder for this and that would work perfect. Okay, so just get that on and kind of blend it every which way so there's no seam to it. It just blends all together, and that's why you want to use a color that's basically the same as your skin tone. The reason why I'm suggesting something like Blanc Type or Mocha Light or, you know, your face powder, something like that, is because using a matte shade will help to create the illusion that you are not wearing makeup. When you wear something that has shimmer or pearliness to it, it's going to be kind of a dead giveaway that you're wearing makeup. And the point of this is to look like you're not wearing makeup. As you guys can see, I have slightly hooded lids. The upper part of my lid kind of hangs over the bottom part of my lid. I personally like to create the illusion that I have a deeper lid crease than I really do. Now, most of you are probably not the same skin tone as me. That's why I recommend something like this. This is the 28 Neutral palette. I got this on eBay. It has just a bazillion colors, and one of them is bound to be a good crease color for you, and most of these are matte. Anyway, I'm going to be using Eggplant Light from Beauty from the Earth, and I'm just going to get a little bit of that on my Sigma SS224. So I got some of that on my brush and then I tapped the excess off, and I'm just going to put that into my crease and basically shade it until I create a deeper crease. If you have excess color on your brush, just wipe it off on a clean towel. And again, keep the blending seamless. try to only place the color where you're trying to create the crease. Or if you don't have hooded lids, obviously you wouldn't be trying to do the exact same thing. Just lightly apply it to your crease just to deepen that a little bit. Now if you want, you can go back over the lower part of the lid with your lighter skin tone shade and just pat over the lower part of the lid to kind of erase any of the darker crease color that has gotten on the lid. Okay, so now for mascara, I'm going to use Clinique's High Impact Mascara. And it's what I have on hand, so let's, use what you got. There's plenty of good drugstore mascaras. I'm just very particular about them because of my eye shape. I tend to get smudging on the bottom part here, and so really what I prefer is tubing mascaras, but most of them are very, very expensive. The one that I was using is from L'Oreal. This one's also very, very good. You can get it at the drugstore. But when I want like thickness and volume, I love this one from Clinique. So I'm applying that to my lashes, and I'm just kind of wiggling it at the base and then brushing up to create an illusion of thicker lashes without having to apply eyeliner. So if you're going for a non-makeup look, you might not want to contour your cheeks, but maybe just a little bit. So I'm taking Ben Nye's Contour 1 and the Sigma SS 168 brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to the contour parts of my cheeks. Very little. Can you tell the difference? It's not a big one, but it's there. My favorite blush when I'm going for a very natural look is either NYX Mocha or NARS Orgasm. In the interest of kind of trying to use something that's inexpensive, I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX one. And I'm going to use the Sigma 168 SS again. And just apply that to the apples of your cheek and then blend it back. You don't want to apply it too high on the apples of your cheeks, but you don't want to apply it too far below because blush below will look kind of funny. So that gives you that rosy, sweet glow that you're going for, right? Okay, I had to put a little bit of Orgasm over this. Really, this is a nice neutral look. You don't have to do anything else with it. You've got lip balm on your lips that has sunscreen protection. But I love lipstick, and I'm really, really loving this one. I'm going to use Bombshell from MAC, which is kind of a medium pink with a gold shimmer to it. It's kind of a nice alternative to Lollipop Loving if it looked too funky on you. So I'm just going to apply that to my lips. It's actually very similar to my natural lip color, but prettier. If you can't get Bombshell lipstick, Milani makes one called Attitude. It's not really the same color. I'll show you guys. They're not really the same color, but this is another very pretty shade that has kind of a gold shimmer to it, but it's not like a glitter balm on your lips. I do wear that one too quite often. I also really like Viva Glam 4 from MAC. Those are like my 3 pretty lipsticks or whatever. They're not meant to be, shocking or bright pink or red or anything like that. Anyway, that is my makeup without looking like makeup tutorial. This is something that I just wear when I want to look pretty and don't want to fuss too much with my makeup. So I hope this was helpful for some of you guys. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye!